What's up, everyone? It's Poppy, and I'm here today with our Athens State representative, Mr. Houston Gaines. Mr. Gaines is a 2013 Athens Academy alum, a former president of the UGA student body, and most importantly, the voice of the Spartans for 6 years, starting unbelievably as just a 7th grader. Speaking of which, Mr. Gaines, I know you're going to love this. We're going to show a quick clip here of you boarding back in 2007.
Hello and welcome to Athens Academy's Media and Technology Student Webcast. Here at Slaughterfield, my name is Houston Gaines.
He's only 12 years old, but Athens Academy's 7th grader Houston Gaines is already the voice of the Spartans on their weekly football webcast.
Turner will get the goal. Turner gets it for the touchdown. Touchdown Spartans.
All right, Mr. Gaines, this was you 12 years ago announcing for the Athens Academy Brookstone game, which resulted in a nail-biting 14-13 Spartan victory from a blocked extra point. What was it like announcing for such an important game at such a young age?
It was a lot of fun. I mean, it's that video is painful to watch I can't believe. I was telling Coach Petrosky we need to get that copyrighted so that the school has to ask me to use that. It's hard to watch, but it was a lot of fun, and it was a really neat experience. It's funny, where we're sitting now. I'll never forget. Fox 5 came over and did a little interview, and we were just standing right over there, and I remember talking about some of my mentors and Coach McGill and Larry Munson and Jeff Dantzler, and it was a lot of fun. That game was a lot of fun. We had a huge response on the internet of people watching, and it was a great experience and obviously a great win for the Spartans, and we got to go to the Dome, which was really cool, and just really all 6 years were really neat, but that was certainly one of the highlights. I'd say that, and then when the lights went out, those were probably two of the major highlights, and just a great experience.
Yes, sir, and as you mentioned, at that time, you thought that you might take over for Larry Munson someday.
The future is bright for this young broadcaster, and if he has it his way, he may never leave Athens.
If I'm good enough, I'll want to go maybe take over Larry Munson or something, I don't know.
Well, I think that, there's no replacing Larry Munson, and certainly no replacing people like Jeff Dantzler. And it was, I was interested in going into sports journalism, and even in college, I started the sports journalism certificate program, and that's kind of what I thought I was going to do. And then ended up obviously changing paths a little bit, but it was, I still obviously love high school football, love college football, and spent a lot of time following sports, and just a passionate Spartan Bulldog. I love the Falcons, although they the last couple of years obviously haven't been so good after they blew the Super Bowl. But love the Dogs, and hoping we can keep going this year there. And obviously the Spartans are doing really well, and so it's a great year for football in Athens, Georgia.
Yes, sir, that is exactly right. Mr. Gaines, and you have recently participated in several local events supporting educational initiative within the district. What can you say about your Athens Academy experience that helped shape and inspire your commitment to education today?
Well, I had a great experience, in school, and then obviously had the chance to stay in Athens and go to the University of Georgia, which is, just an incredible experience. And, we're fortunate in Athens and the surrounding counties, honored to represent Clark, Oconee, Jackson, and Barrow counties, portions of each, have great public schools, have great private schools, and then we have obviously great higher educational opportunities between the University of North Georgia and Oconee, Athens Technical College, Piedmont, the University of Georgia. And so I think it's really important in my current role to support education, because obviously that's going to determine the next generation of leadership for our country. And I was very fortunate to have a great educational upbringing. And so I think it's important we continue to support that at the state level, that we invest in the next generation through our public schools, supporting our private schools, supporting the University of Georgia, Athens Tech, and these opportunities. I mean, that is going to be what makes the difference for the future of our country.
You started as a high school football reporter to now you graduated summa cum laude at Georgia, to now you are serving in the Georgia General Assembly. You have accomplished so much in such a small period of time. What is in store for you next, going at this rate?
Well, we got a legislative session coming up in January. We got the Georgia Bulldogs. We got to get them through the SEC championship and national championship. Obviously, the Spartans as well, and some of our local high school teams that are still in the playoffs. And then we got our legislative session. Then I got a re-election campaign coming up, and so it's the next 12 months is going to be kind of crazy, and that's about as far as I can see down the road. So, and obviously got work at Cannon Financial Institute, and so have a lot of work there as well. But looking forward to the next several weeks of good football, and then legislative session, and then the campaign.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
This was great. I really appreciate y'all having me.
Yes, sir. And
Go Spartans.
Spartans.